Hi everyone, this is Nisha. Today I'm going to present ITSM process and ethical model decision making that I searched for my presentation. So now just start. ITSM. What is ITSM? ITSM is the term of implementing, managing, and delivering the quality of services in a best possible ways that the need of every business to ensure people, process, and IT are increases the value of business. So there are 5 processes of ITSM: service strategy, service design, service transition, service operation, and continuous service improvement. So service strategy, that is a first stage of ITSM process. It is a framework of organization that involves defining the services that the organization will offer and recognizing and delivering the required assets to keep a moving process. It has a 5 process further. You can see here strategy management, service portfolio management, financial management, demand capacity management, business relationship management. So I'm going to go through the all of processes. So first, strategy management. It is used to perform a strategy, executing measurement, and developing a strategy for IT services, where service portfolio management used to perform strategy. Service portfolio, which I mean to say, it ensure to it has a right IT services with the level of investment. And the further financial management that mention budget, accounts, and bills. And you can see here the demand and capacity management. It defines the IT services to understand the demand by the customers and business needs, to ensuring that the organizations has the quality to meet customers demands and needs. So the last is business relationship management, that identifying the needs of users and handling the complaints which requested by the customers, to ensuring that the right services are developed to meet their requirements, and it develops a positive relationship with the customers. So second process is service design. The main of this process to planning and designing the IT services, and this process has new services as well, assessing the current services. There are element of IT service designs that you can see here. So design coordination, service catalog management, risk management, service level management, and you can see there is a further all elements. So the third phase of process, service transition. Here, once the design for IT service has been finalized, the next step to build and test them to ensure that the designs does not disrupt any way in any way. So it has the further processes, the change management and evaluation, that controlling the life cycle of any IT change. Service catalog management, that planning and managing the activities, and it maintains information that is provided by the organization. So now we going to the fourth phase, fourth process, service operation. It in this stage, the process have a already fixed issue and tested, but there is a new process have hiccups, as you know, the data controls during the workflows in a business. When customers using the services, then it always occurring the problems, so then it helps to prevent the problems. So the fifth process, sorry, the fifth process is continuous service improvement. uh, it is implementing shouldn't be last stage of any organization. There is always a need for improvement, for a new development, and a customer's need and feedback. So now I'm coming on the ethical decision making model. So we are going to discussion of ethical, how it actually develop for the business or any organization. Sorry, here we go. Yeah. So I'm starting discussion of ethical making model, how actually develop for any business or organization. It is a unique representation of any business logic. There is a 5 steps you can see here: collect information, state the options, apply ethical principles to options, and make a decision, implement the decision. So it identify the ethical problems. So first step, it's make sure that that you have all fact of information that we grab from the customers, from the organizations that we shared. And the second step, consider the options and choices, and identify the candidates decisions, and test its validity. And the fourth, apply ethical principles and options for to the candidate decision. And the last, we can say the at the last, we make a decision for a best result, like as every business do. So here's a reference. Here I put reference where I got the all source. So in the next, my all members, they will upload the video which what they have searched for their work. So thank you, have a good day.
Hi everyone, this is Majid Said. My student ID is 30354161, and today we are presenting you the topic about of our subject IT service management and professional cultures. The topic that I am going to present is ITSM and professional ethics. There are some ethical theories in our subject that we studied. So the theories that I'm gonna discuss about is utilitarianism and deontology. The utilitarianism is an ethical theory based on analyzing the consequences of the actions and then deciding if the actions taken were right or wrong. In in the organization that are based on IT service management, there may be some difficult situations where the employees have to take the decisions that are considered as unethical in normal situations, but they could be right, the decision that could be right in that specific situation that the employees were facing in a specific time period. The decisions for the actions being right or wrong depends on the consequences of the actions. That means the outcome of the actions taken at that time. In the business operations, the theory of utilitarianism is based on straightforward measurement of formulating and testing the policies along with providing the objection, the way the conflicts are resolved on the basis of self-interest. And it is one of the flexible and result oriented approach that is more popularly used by the economist. And the next theory is deontology, the theory that is based on the moral system of duty or the obligation. Tawani in 2015 explains about the deontology that instead of the consequences or the outcomes that results because of the actions taken, that the deontology is based on the moral system of the duty or the obligation. It is considered that the decision making process on achieving the greatest good, but according to deontology it is considered as not non ethical, because in this in other consideration, they don't consider the minority, so the minority will face tough time in if we consider the majority of the majority in considering the right or wrong decisions. The criticism on theory, however, explains that the theory is not flexible and it ignores the consequences, which play the most important role in the business ethics. For ethical decision making, the theory does not fulfill the cause and therefore may compel the business professional to take the actions that may result in disaster consequences. The next theory we are going to discuss is contracts based. Contract based ethical theory refers to the political theories in the social tradition. The contract based ethical system is classified into legal contracts and the moral contracts. They classified in two different classes. The legal contracts is the contracts that are that goes on legally, and the moral contracts are that based on the moral values. The advantages of the contract based ethical system is it enhances the social cohesion between the two individuals. The last theory is contracts based sorry it's this ethical theory determines the contract based ethical theory determines the quality that makes the character of a person good rather than what makes an action good. Character based is called as virtue ethics, and it believes that a good person mostly perform the good actions. Character based ethical system is useful in the character development and in moral education. The disadvantage of the theory is that it depends largely on the homogeneous community standards. That's all from my side. Thank you so much, and if you have any question you can just write an email to me on majidsaidakbar@gmail.com. Thank you so much, guys.
In the IT services, we are talking about the ITSM and the ITIL, the value for the IT services. Right now, according to the diagram, we can see that if we can do a service, we just monitor the service, and then we have to analyze it. For that, we have to create a model for the test modeling, and we have to optimize it for the requirement, and we can change the initiation. Again, the cyclic processes goes on. So it is the capacity management. For this capacity management, the company should be able to grab the systems and resources that should be growth for the IT better. And in the demand management, it has to be considered to the product and control for the services and the consumers. The mechanism operates with capability management to ensure that the service supplier has adequate resources to satisfy the requirement for particular services needed. And we can see now that AWS, which should be Amazon Web Services, that is relatable to Amazon company. It is originally began with selling the books in the online. Now they are offering the mobile gadgets, ebooks, many more things like Kindle, etc. And in 2018, sales went up to $232.887. In 2000, AWS delivered cloud services and become part of the web infrastructure.